Welcome back to the channel, guys. It has been a while since I've uploaded, but here we are. Finally got a new video for you guys. I've just been driving, having fun with this thing the last couple months. You know, 6-liter LQ4, sloppy stage 2, 799 heads, S480 turbo, non-intercooled. For those of you who are new here, that's pretty much the setup on the engine. 4L80 transmission, circle D converter. Anyways, the engine developed a rod knock the other day. I was doing burnouts in the shop. I'll put up a video of that. Anyway, it developed a rod knock, and yeah, I could just barely hear it over the exhaust. I did a few burnouts in the shop, took it out on the street, did a few pulls, and came back home. There was a very obvious rod knock. Could barely hear it over the exhaust, but I shut it down immediately, and I'm not going to run it again, just because I don't want to, you know, scrap the cam. I like to reuse the heads. I don't want to send a rod through the oil pan or anything. But yeah, the oil's draining already anyway. So we're going to pull this engine today, and I'm going to tear the engine apart. We're going to go through it, see what's up with it. I don't know what's wrong with it. It sounds like, you know, it spun a bearing, which, you know, I don't know if it was because of lack of maintenance. I don't know. Not the last time, but the time before that, when I drove it, I ran it out of gas, had a wide open throttle, and there's no air-fuel ratio safeties on the ECM, even though they're that easy to set up. I don't know if that would have caused it. It didn't happen then, but it was shortly thereafter. I don't know, maybe it's just because I kind of neglected it on the maintenance part. I did not data log it. I almost never data log, just because you can set the ECM to data log every time you go full throttle, but every time I drive it, I go full throttle like 10 times, so I don't want all those data logs. Anyways, I'm going to pull the engine, and we're going to see what's up with it. Also, if I didn't tune this myself, I'd blame it on the tuner. So yeah, I'm going to pull the engine. I'm going to start by, you know, I think I'm going to take the whole front core support out, bumper off, everything, because I want to kind of start doing winter upgrades. So there's quite a few things. I want to add an intercooler. I want to go to manual steering. I'm not sure if if I'm going to do that yet, but if I don't, I want to upgrade the steering cooler, power steering cooler, since the intercooler will be right there. And I definitely have to upgrade the lines, because there's AN lines, and those already burst once, and I'd rather not burst an AN line going down the track at like 100 some miles an hour. So yeah, I'm just gonna take everything out. Hopefully I can take the transmission out with the engine. My cross member is notched, even though I have the muscle car oil pan. So hopefully I'll be able to take everything out at once. hoist all hooked up. All the bolts are out, I think. We'll find out once we start pulling. Engine mount bolts are out. Drive shaft is still in because I didn't take it off the back because didn't really want to jack up the whole truck. So yeah, let this jack down. And basically go up and forward. See if it comes out together. I think I put it in together once, so hopefully it'll come out together. Right there it is, 4L80, 6 liter, pulled out in one piece. Actually wasn't that bad. There's the drive shaft laying back there on the floor. Probably should have taken that off first. Yeah, I'm gonna take all the parts off this thing. Water pump, headers, engine mounts, oil pan, transmission, and put this thing on a stand. I gotta take one of the engines over there, the dirty one. Got to take that one off the stand, put this thing on there, tear it down, see what's going on. All right, got the rusty crusty engine on the engine stand. Everything looks good so far that I've seen. The oil was a little bit, you know, looked like it had a little bit of E85 in it. Probably because it was running super rich for those cold, winter cold starts. Anyway, I also pulled the plugs before I pulled the engine, and those all look good. They're actually in here because I used them to plug the spark plugs holes when I washed this engine. I know it doesn't look like it's washed, but I only cleaned the block, didn't clean the heads or the oil pan. So yeah, the spark plugs all look good. Just a little bit on the rich side, the timing marks were all good. Which, yeah, nothing looked out of the ordinary. So yeah, I'm gonna tear this engine down, take the heads off, take the rockers off. I wanna reuse these heads on that engine. Those are also $7.99 heads, but these have been resurfaced, and just gonna go through and make sure all the valve stems are good, the valve seats, and all that stuff is good. Clean them up real good. Hopefully the cam is good. And yeah, I'm actually surprised this engine lasted this long. When I did the cam swap, I had to take almost every one of the lifters. No, it was probably pretty much all of them. I had to take them out with vice grips. They barely came out. So yeah, surprised it lasted this long. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Maybe it's just a lifter. I don't know. There was definitely something banging in there. So. And scraping, sounded like a rod. Anyway, I'm gonna tear the heads off and the oil pan off. We'll see what's going on. Well, I got the heads off and everything looks good. The cylinder walls are a little bit scuffed up, but that was like that already when I bought the engine and put it in, so not a big deal. The heads both look good. All right, well, I got everything torn down. Cam is out. All 16 lifters came out easily, slid right out. They're all good. The rollers are. I'm still gonna replace them. And the cam is perfect as well, so that's awesome. Don't have to buy a new cam for that engine. Anyways, the oil pan had a bunch of crud on the bottom. Not like bad. Used a magnet, picked up a bunch of metal. And yeah, didn't look too bad. The rods, they're pretty much all nice and solid. I say pretty much because this one right here, definitely some play. So I'm gonna take this rod cap off and we'll check it out, see what's up with it. All right, guys, well, I got the rod caps off, 2 of them, both of them. And right here's the rod cap that spun a bearing. It actually looks better than the one that didn't. But yeah, here's the 2 good rod bearings, but they're not very good anymore. The ones that did not spin. Here's the one that's, here are the ones that spun. They look pretty bad, pretty nasty. They were actually sitting on top of each other like that. So yeah. Anyways, check out the crank. I mean, a machine shop could spin that out pretty quickly. All the other rod bearings seem to be good, seem to be nice and solid. And I doubt that the main caps are. So yeah, this edge is very salvageable yet. So yeah, anyways, right here's the culprit. Glad I shut it off when I did as soon as I heard it, because I could have possibly ruined the cam yet and a bunch of other stuff. Ruined the heads. I don't know if that would have happened. Maybe if the piston would have come out the side. So yeah, that's probably going to be it for this episode. Glad it wasn't anything worse. The cam is still salvageable. Heads are good. That's awesome. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.